Hey everyone, welcome back to Practice English Anytime. I'm Maya.
And I'm Alex. Today we have a very exciting topic.
Yes, today we are going to learn English through a real life story.
That's right. You are going to follow two friends, Sarah and Tom, as they travel around New York City.
They will use the subway, the bus, and a taxi, all in one day.
And while you listen to their story, you will learn many useful English words and phrases.
We will also stop from time to time to explain important vocabulary.
So don't worry if you are a beginner. We always speak slowly and clearly.
Just relax and enjoy the story.
But before we start, we have a small question for you.
Listen carefully to the story and try to find the answer.
Here is today's question.
In New York City, what color are the subway signs outside on the street?
The answer is in the story. If you find it, please write it in the comments below.
Writing your answer in English is great practice, so please, whoa,
All right. Are you ready?
let's begin the story.
Good morning, Tom. Are you ready for today?
Good morning, Sarah. Yes, I'm very excited. I've never used the New York City subway before.
Really? Don't worry. It's not so difficult once you know how.
I hope so. There are so many lines on the map, it looks very complicated.
I know. The map looks scary at first. But today I'll show you everything step by step.
Thank you. You're a great guide.
Let's start here at our hotel. The subway station is just 1 block away.
1 block. That's very close.
Yes. In New York, most subway stations are easy to find. Just look for the green or red signs with the letter M.
Oh, I saw those signs on the street yesterday. I didn't know what they were.
Now you know, those signs mean subway entrance here.
That's so helpful. Let's go.
Here we are. This is the subway entrance. Do you see the stairs going down?
Yes, the subway is underground, right?
Exactly. The subway runs underground. That's why in some countries it's called the underground.
In London, they call it the tube.
Yes, and in New York most people just say the subway or the train.
Good to know. So what do we do first?
First, we need to pay. You can use a Metro card or a contactless bank card.
What is a Metro card?
It's a small card, like a credit card, that you use to pay for the subway and the bus.
Oh, like a travel card. I have one of those at home.
Exactly. You can buy a Metro card at the machine inside the station.
And the contactless bank card. How does that work?
Just tap your card at the turnstile. It reads the card and charges the fare automatically.
What is a turnstile?
It's the small gate you walk through to enter the subway. You tap your card, it beeps, and the gate opens.
Oh, I've seen those before. Simple enough.
Very simple. Let's go inside. Follow me.
Okay. Wow, it's very busy down here.
New York City never sleeps. The subway runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Really? Even at midnight?
Yes. That's one thing that makes New York very special. You can take the subway anytime, day or night.
That's amazing. In my city, the last train is around midnight.
Here it never stops. Now, look at the map on the wall. This is the subway map.
It's so colorful. There are so many lines.
Each color is a different line. The red line, the blue line, the green line, and so on.
How do I know which line to take?
You look at where you want to go and find which line goes there. Each line has a letter or a number.
Like the A train or the 6 train?
Exactly. There's even a famous jazz song called Take the A Train. It's a classic New York song.
Really? I'd love to hear that.
I'll play it for you later. Okay, today we want to go to Central Park first. We need the B or C train.
B or C. Got it. Where do we go?
Follow the signs on the wall. C. It says B and C trains. This way. Just follow the arrow.
The signs are very clear. I like that.
Inside every station, there are signs everywhere. They tell you which platform to go to.
Platform, that's where we wait for the train.
Yes. The platform is the long area next to the tracks where you stand and wait.
And the tracks are where the train runs?
Right. And always, always stay behind the yellow line on the platform.
Of course. Safety first.
Good. Here's our platform. The next train comes in about 3 minutes.
How do you know?
See that screen on the wall? It shows the next train and how many minutes until it arrives.
Very useful. Okay, let's wait. Can I ask, when I get on the train, do I tap my card again?
No. You only tap once when you enter the station. After that, you can ride as long as you want on that trip.
And what if I need to change to a different line?
You can transfer for free within the same trip. Just follow the signs inside the station.
Free transfers. That's great value.
New York has many big transfer stations. Some connect 4 or 5 different lines all in one place.
That sounds a little confusing at first.
It gets easier with practice. Oh, I can hear the train coming.
Already? That was fast.
Stand back a little from the edge and let the people off the train first, then we get on.
Right. Let others off before you get on. That's polite everywhere in the world.
Exactly. Okay, let's step on.
Okay, let's stop here for a moment.
Great start to the story. Let's look at some important words we just heard.
First word, subway. The subway is an underground train system. In New York, people say the subway or the train.
In other countries, you might hear metro, tube, or underground. They all mean the same thing, a train that runs under the city.
Second word, MetroCard. This is the special payment card for the New York subway and bus system.
You buy it at a machine in the station. You add money to it and tap it each time you travel.
But many people today just use a contactless bank card. Much more convenient.
Third word, turnstile. This is the small gate at the entrance of the subway station.
Tap your card, it opens, you walk through. Very quick and easy.
Fourth word, platform. This is where you stand and wait for the train.
Always stand behind the yellow line on the platform. It is very important for your safety.
Fifth word, transfer. A transfer means changing from one train line to another.
In New York, transfers within the same trip are completely free. Very useful if you need to change lines.
Good. Now let's go back to the story. Sarah and Tom are on the subway.
Here we are. Find a seat if you can. If there are no seats, hold the pole.
I'll hold the pole. It's fine. The train is not too full.
Good. The ride to Central Park is about 10 minutes from here.
I like looking out the window, but it's all dark in the tunnel.
Yes, most of the subway runs underground, but some lines go above ground too.
Really? Like an elevated train?
Yes. In some parts of New York, the subway goes above the streets on a raised track.
That must be a really nice view.
It's beautiful. You can see the whole neighborhood from up there.
I hope we get to ride one of those today.
We will. Later, we'll take the 7 train. It goes above ground in the Queens neighborhood.
I look forward to that. Oh, I hear a voice. What is that?
That's an announcement. Listen.
Attention passengers. The next stop is 72nd Street. Transfer is available to the 1, 2, and 3 trains.
Did you catch that?
I think so. The next stop is 72nd Street, and we can change to other trains there.
Perfect. You understood it well.
The voice was quite slow and clear. That helped a lot.
Yes, subway announcements are usually easy to understand. But if you miss something, look at the screen inside the train.
There's a screen inside the train too?
Yes. Many New York subway trains have a screen showing the next stop and the full route.
That's so helpful for tourists and visitors.
New York gets millions of visitors every year. The subway tries to make things easy for everyone.
I really appreciate that. Oh, are we getting close?
Yes, our stop is next, 81st Street. That's the station for Central Park.
Do I need to press a button to get off?
No button needed on the subway. The train stops at every station automatically.
Oh, different from the bus then.
Yes. On the bus, you press a button to request your stop. On the subway, every station is a stop.
Good to know. Okay, I'm ready.
The doors are opening. Watch your step getting off.
Watch your step. Got it. Okay, we're off.
Welcome to 81st Street Station.
Let's stop here for a moment.
The subway section had a lot of great vocabulary. Let's review.
First, announcement. An announcement is a message spoken out loud for everyone to hear.
In stations and on trains, announcements tell you the next stop, any delays, or other important information.
Second, delay. A delay means something is late, not running on time.
You might hear, there is a delay on the A line. That means the A train is running late.
New York subway delays are quite famous, actually, but they have improved a lot in recent years.
Third, transfer. When you change from one train line to another, that is called a transfer.
Signs in the station will say, transfer to the 1, 2, 3 trains. Just follow those signs.
Fourth, watch your step. You will hear this phrase very often on public transport.
It means, be careful when you step on or off the train. There can be a small gap between the train and the platform.
Fifth, route. A route is the full path a train or bus takes from the first stop to the last stop.
On a subway map, each colored line shows a different route.
Good. Now let's go back to the story. Sarah and Tom have arrived at Central Park.
Wow, what a beautiful day. Central Park is enormous.
It's one of the largest parks in the world, over 800 acres right in the middle of the city.
We could spend the whole day here.
We could, but we have more places to visit today. Let's walk for a bit, then catch the bus.
The bus. I've never taken a New York City bus before.
It's very easy, and it's a wonderful way to see the city above ground.
Yes, I want to see the buildings and the streets, not just tunnels.
The M72 bus goes cross town. That means it crosses the park from one side to the other.
Crosstown. That's a new word for me. What does it mean exactly?
In New York, streets go east and west. Avenues go north and south.
Okay. So crosstown means traveling east or west?
Exactly. And there are two more direction words you need to know: uptown and downtown.
Uptown and downtown. What do those mean?
Uptown means going north, toward the top of the map. Downtown means going south, toward the bottom.
Oh, so uptown is literally up on the map, and downtown is down on the map.
Perfect. You got it immediately.
These words are so logical. I like them.
New Yorkers use them every single day. If someone says, I'm heading uptown, they mean they're going north.
Like, if I'm at Times Square and I want to go to Central Park, that's uptown.
Exactly right. Central Park is further north than Times Square.
And if I want to go from Times Square down to Wall Street, that's downtown.
Perfect. You're already thinking like a New Yorker.
Ha! Okay, where is the bus stop?
Just here on the corner, see that sign on the pole? It shows the bus number and the schedule.
M72. And there's a QR code too. Can I scan that?
Yes. Scan it with your phone and it shows the live location of the next bus.
Wow, that's so convenient.
Technology makes everything easier. Oh, here comes the bus now.
Already? Great timing. How do I pay?
Same as the subway. Tap your Metro card or your contactless bank card at the reader near the driver.
And if someone only has cash?
They can pay with exact change, but the bus doesn't give back change, so you need the exact amount.
Exact change. Good to know. I'll just tap my card. Much easier.
Smart. Let's get on. Tap your card here at the front.
Done. That was easy. Now let's find seats.
I want a window seat.
Of course. Window seat for you. Here you go.
Thank you. Oh, I can see everything from here. The trees, the buildings, the people.
This is why the bus is wonderful. A full view of the city above ground.
I love it. How long is the ride?
About 15 minutes to get across the park.
Not too long. And if I want to get off before the last stop, what do I do?
Press that yellow strip or that button near the window.
Like this one?
Yes, press it once before your stop. The driver will see a signal and stop at the next bus stop.
And what does it say at the front of the bus?
It lights up and says, "Stop requested." That tells the driver someone wants to get off.
Very clear. And if I forget to press it?
The bus continues to the next stop. Then you can get off and walk back, or wait for the next bus.
So it's important to watch where you are and press it in time.
Yes, watch the street signs outside. And many buses also have a screen inside that shows the next stop.
This city really thinks about its passengers.
It has to. Millions of people use the buses every single day in New York.
That's incredible. The bus is already quite full.
New York public transport carries over 5 million passengers every day across the whole system.
5 million every day. That is really hard to imagine.
It's one of the busiest transit systems in the entire world. Okay, our stop is coming up. 5th Avenue.
I'll press the button.
Go ahead.
Done. The sign says, "Stop requested."
Good. Start moving toward the doors.
Thank you for teaching me all of this today.
You're doing wonderfully. Let's get off.
Let's pause here for a moment.
Good. The bus section had some great new vocabulary. Let's go through it.
First, crosstown, uptown, downtown. These are direction words used in New York City every day.
Crosstown means east or west. Uptown means north. Downtown means south.
If someone says, "Take the Uptown A train," it means the A train going north.
Second, bus stop. A bus stop is where you wait for the bus. It has a sign, sometimes a small shelter, and a schedule.
Third, exact change. This means the exact amount of money. No more, no less.
Buses in New York do not give back change. So if you pay with cash, have the right coins ready.
Using a contactless card is much simpler. Just tap and go.
Fourth, stop requested. When you press the button on the bus, this message lights up at the front.
It tells the driver, someone wants to get off at the next stop.
Fifth, transit system. A transit system is the complete network of trains, buses, and other transport in a city.
The New York City transit system is one of the largest and busiest in the entire world.
Okay, let's go back to the story. Sarah and Tom have one final adventure, a classic New York yellow taxi.
Okay, we've done the subway and the bus. Now, shall we try a yellow taxi?
A yellow taxi! Yes, I've always wanted to do that. It feels like a real New York moment.
It is a classic New York experience. Let me show you how to get one.
How do we do it?
Stand on the sidewalk and raise your hand. If the taxi light on top is on, it means the taxi is free.
And if the light is off?
Then the taxi already has a passenger. Don't wave for those.
Simple. Let me try. Taxi.
Good. And here comes one pulling over now.
It stopped. That actually worked.
Well done. Let's get in.
Hello.
Hi there. Where to?
Times Square, please.
Sure thing. Buckle up.
Of course. Oh, there's a small screen in the back of the taxi.
Yes. New York taxis have a screen in the back seat. It shows the route, the price, and you can pay with your card on it.
That's very convenient. How much does a taxi usually cost in New York?
There is a base fare when you get in. It starts at around $3. Then the price goes up as you travel.
Based on distance?
Yes. And also time. If the taxi is stuck in traffic, the meter keeps running.
What is the meter?
The meter is the device in the taxi that calculates your fare. It counts the distance and the time and shows the total price.
I can see it right now. It says $4.50.
Yes, it will keep going up until we arrive at Times Square.
And do we tip the driver at the end?
In New York, yes. Tipping is very normal, usually around 15 to 20% of the total.
The screen probably shows tip options too.
It usually does. It suggests 10, 15, or 20%. You just tap one.
That makes it very easy. So, subway is cheapest, bus is similar, and taxi is the most expensive?
Exactly. But the taxi takes you directly to your destination without any transfers or walking.
So it's more expensive but more convenient.
Right. Each type of transport has its good points. It depends on where you're going and how much time you have.
I understand. Oh, I can already see the lights of Times Square.
Almost there. The driver is slowing down.
How much is the total?
$11.50.
I'll pay on the screen here, and I'll add a 20% tip.
That's very generous. Good job.
Done. Thank you for the ride.
Have a wonderful day.
You too. Okay, we're out. Times Square.
Wow. So many lights. So many people. So much energy.
Welcome to the most famous intersection in the world.
I can't believe we got here so easily. Subway, bus, and taxi, all in one morning.
That's New York City. So many ways to get around.
Which one did you enjoy the most?
Honestly, I loved the bus. Watching the city from the window was beautiful.
I loved the subway. It was fast, exciting, and very affordable.
And the taxi was the perfect finish. Very classic New York.
All three were great experiences. And I feel so much more confident now.
That's exactly the goal. Once you use public transport a few times, it becomes very natural.
Yes, the first time is always the hardest. After that, it gets easier and easier.
And now you know all the important words. You know how to pay. You know the directions.
Uptown, downtown, crosstown.
Metrocard, turnstile, platform.
Watch your step.
You remembered every single one.
I had an excellent teacher.
Thank you. Okay, shall we explore Times Square a little?
Yes. And later, I'll lead the way back on the subway. I think the N or R train goes to our hotel.
Look at you. Already a New York subway expert.
Ha! I learned from the best.
Come on then, let's go explore.
And that's the end of today's story.
What a wonderful day Sarah and Tom had in New York City.
They used 3 types of transport: the subway, the bus, and a yellow taxi.
And they learned so many useful English words and phrases along the way.
Let's do a final review of everything we learned today.
First, subway, an underground train system. In New York, it runs 24 hours a day, every day.
Second, MetroCard, the payment card for the New York subway and bus, or just use a contactless bank card.
Third, turnstile, the small gate at the subway entrance. Tap your card, walk through.
Fourth, platform, where you wait for the train. Always stand behind the yellow line.
Fifth, transfer, changing from one train line to another, free within the same trip in New York.
Sixth, delay. When the train or bus is late, there is a delay on the A line, means the A train is running late.
Seventh, uptown, downtown, crosstown. Uptown is north, downtown is south. Crosstown is east or west.
Eighth, exact change, the exact amount of money, important when paying cash on a bus.
Ninth, meter, the device in a taxi that calculates your fare based on distance and time.
10th, watch your step. Be careful when stepping on or off the train or bus. You will hear this a lot.
10 words and phrases. Practice them, and you will be ready for public transport in any big city.
Not just New York. These words are useful in London, Tokyo, Paris, and cities all over the world.
Now, one last time. Today's question.
In New York City, what color are the subway signs outside on the street?
Did you find the answer in the story? Write it in the comments below.
And if you enjoyed today's video, please like and subscribe to our channel.
We upload new videos every week with slow, clear English for beginners.
Thank you so much for watching. Practice English anytime.
Keep practicing, keep speaking, and never be afraid to make mistakes.
Mistakes are how we learn.
See you in the next video.
Bye, everyone.